Good evening. I'd like to call the village board meeting for the Village of Cary for Tuesday, April 6, 2021 to order. First, we have a quorum, a physical quorum here present at the building. We are also having three of our trustees Scavelli, Weinhammer, and Kraus are attending via remote through Zoom, which is afforded to us by the Open Meetings Act. Roll call, please, Courtney.
Weinhammer? Here. McElvine?
Here.
Betts?
Here.
Kraus?
Trustee Kraus? Okay.
Collier?
Here.
Billy? Here.
Thank you. Would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll now move to the open forum where the public is invited to make an issue-oriented comment on any matter of public concern not otherwise on the agenda. I do have one individual who was asked to address the village board. Would you like to come up and state your name and address for the record, please?
Hello, my name is Alexa Zollner. For the record, that's Zoellner.
Could I ask you to pause for 1 second? Pat, can you see if that microphone's on? Did it sound like it was? I want to make sure you're being heard.
Oh, thank you. Would you like me to repeat my name?
There you go. I think it works now.
No,
Okay.
it sounds like it's on now.
Sounds-
Okay.
Okay.
Would you like me to repeat my
There
name?
you go. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hit it.
My name is Alexa Zollner, Zoellner. I live at 509 Elgin Drive in Cary. I just spoke with the mayor here, so I understand that my comments are going to be taken into consideration, but that unfortunately things are not going to be, they're not going to be able to be made changes for legal reasons tonight, which I completely respect, but I'm still going to speak. I am a 29-year-old cisgender woman, a journalist by trade, having graduated college at the top of my class, a loving sister and daughter who is incredibly protective of her family, and so much more. I am also autistic. I want to start off by being clear that while I'm here to speak to you as a representative of the autistic community, I in no way whatsoever represent all autistic people. Note the way I phrased that, autistic people, not people with autism. While it is true that there are those in the community who prefer the phrasing people with autism, and I respect that greatly, many on the spectrum do not. This is because many of us see autism as another part of who we are. I know I am not and never will be separate from my autism. It is not something I carry around like an accessory or a handbag. It is literally how my brain is wired, and removing that would change me to the point that I would no longer be me. In other words, I would no longer exist. And if anyone who is not autistic thinks they have any right to tell me that I'd be better off not being autistic, my response will be that they can go screw themselves. I don't need, nor do I want, a cure for autism. What those who say I need to be cured are really saying is that I don't deserve to exist. And I hope you agree that saying anyone doesn't deserve to exist is a problem. I am not the only autistic person who feels this way, and I am sure that there are autistic people who feel otherwise and differently from me, and I respect that. Far from it, in fact, though. Look to the autistic community on Twitter as a start, and you will see that this is true in a matter of minutes. If you look to the actually autistic hashtag, that's a great way to look. If you have questions for the autistic community on Twitter, hashtag asking autistics. I understand those with relatives of autistic people who are unable to function on their own in a world built for neurotypicals might disagree. And believe me, I respect parents and family that don't want to see their children suffer. But to the neurotypical parents out there, the fact is that no matter where your child falls on the autism spectrum, you can't read their minds. And there's no reason to think that their views on a cure would differ vastly from the widely held, although not universally held, views of the autistic community out there screaming for you to listen to us, to accept us the way we are. Therefore, I am asking, and this is the part where I talk to the mayor about and understand, I am asking you to make some, quite frankly, essential edits to your Autism Awareness Month proclamation. First, the name needs to be changed to Autism Acceptance Month. Awareness does nothing for us. It's acceptance that we need. Second, there are a few issues in the third paragraph. First, you state, whereas there is currently no identified cause or cure for autism. While that is factually accurate, it's misleading and does more harm than good. As such, those words must be stricken from the proclamation altogether. Also in that paragraph, you mentioned proper education and training. I'm sorry, training? We are not dogs. We do not need to be trained, and the fact that such a thing was even suggested is beyond insulting. As for the education aspect, we don't need to be educated about ourselves by people without autism. It's you and the neurotypical society as a whole who require education. Education you should be looking to autistic people to receive. That third paragraph should read thus. Whereas it is known that with proper community support, autistic people can lead distinguished and productive lives, reaching their fullest potential. There's more that should be added to this proclamation about all the positive abilities that autistic people have, and believe me, there are a lot of them. But it's too varied across the spectrum for me to get into tonight on such short notice. I encourage you all to look to ASON, the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network, to further educate yourselves on autism. ASON's motto rings as one of the most important truths out there. Nothing about us without us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there anybody else that would like to address the village board before we get going? Okay, we'll go ahead and close open forum at 6:09. Moving on, I have a few things, a few proclamations on my report. Once again, I'm beyond excited to invite Danny Brzezina up here to help us proclaim April is National Autism Awareness Month. So if Danny could join me up here, I'll get you situated. Oh, bearing gifts. I like you already.
Thank you.
Hey, Baron Gibbs, it's all part of the gig.
Thanks,
I believe
Danny.
this is the third time we've had Danny come up here and do this for us, so we're very excited that he's back. He's much taller than he was when he first started.
See it.
What can I say? Growth spurts? People
Yes.
have it naturally.
Yes, they do.
So without further ado, my buddy, Danny's going to get going, and he's going to read our proclamation for us. I'm very excited for this. Yep. If you want to take off your mask, you can. Would you feel better to read without it? I do. We've got these, everything's been sanitized. We're all within our barriers here.
Hey, trust me, COVID, I completely understand. Autism. It's a development discovered now.
Right.
Affecting the social community, behavioral skills of those affected by it. And as more health professionals become
Proficient.
thank you. And that this diagnosing autism. More children are being diagnosed on the autism spectrum, resulting in the rate as high as 1 in 54 children national. And there is currently no identification, cause, or cure for autism. It is known that proper education, training, and communication support, individuals with autism can lead this distinguished productive lives and strive to reach their fullest potentials. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Mark Koenig, Mayor of Village of Cary, do hereby proclaim April 2021 as National Autism Awareness Month in the Village of Cary. Dated this 6th day of April 2021.
Outstanding. Well, I have something for you. The Village of Cary is very proud of you and what you've done We have a pin for you. This is our new pin that we give to elected officials and employees. I would very much like you to have this in honor of this wonderful night that we have together. So you gave us cookies, I'm giving you gold. Okay? That's for you. So it looks like this. And Danny gave me this pin many years ago when he first read his first proclamation. So I keep this in my office, so I see it all the time. And it's wonderful that we have a young man that we've been able to see as a community grow up and be so embraced and be such an integral part of our community. He's a rock star at Cary Grove High School. He's graduating, and it's just, you gotta, when you're big and you're out in the world, you gotta remember where we are here in Cary, Illinois, okay? So we are thrilled that you're here, and thank you very much for participating in our meeting tonight. Thanks. Good man.
Good job, Danny.
You can take that. That's yours to take. It's a good thing Lent's over. That's all I could say. For those of you that are not with us, Danny has given us cookies. So just keeping you posted here. I think we'll resume in just a couple of minutes
Are
here.
you saying we have to share? Or?
No, I'm not sharing. But thank you very much, Danny. And now I'm going to stumble through a couple more proclamations, so please bear with me. We also have a proclamation for Arbor Day. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees, and whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil and wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our village increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Mark Comnick, Mayor of the Village of Cary, do hereby proclaim April 30th, 2013 as Arbor Day in the Village of Cary, dated the 6th day of April, 2018. We have one more for National Public Safety Telecommuters Week, which is ironic. This is today. We just had a big event in the Cary area, we'll say, with two big fires. One was a total loss in one of our areas that it's an unincorporated Cary, but it was amazing to see the number of people that came to our rescue with all the surrounding communities that we're associated with. So a big kudos to the telecommunicators who make that happen. So whereas 500,000 dedicated men and women are engaged in the operation of emergency response systems for federal, state, and local government entities throughout the United States, and whereas these individuals are entrusted with the responsibility for responding to telephone calls from the general public for police, fire, and emergency medical assistance, and for dispatching such assistance to help save the lives of the property of our citizens. And whereas in the Village of Cary, such calls for assistance include not only police, fire, emergency medical service calls, but also encompass governmental communications related to highway safety and maintenance activities, parks and recreation festivities, and other village services in the community, all of which who serve as a source of village pride and identity. And whereas the Southeastern Communication, which we call CCOM Center Telecommunicators, as part of America's public safety telecommunicators, daily serve Cary citizens in countless ways. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Mayor and Board of Trustees of the Village of Cary, McHenry County, Illinois, in recognition of telecommunicators, and especially in appreciation of those serving the Village of Cary, proclaim the week of April 11th through the 17th, 2021 as National Public Safety Telecommunicator Week, and encourage everyone to be aware of this dedication, professionalism, and property and life-saving efforts put forth by telecommunicators, dated the 6th day of April, 2021. So there we have it, 3 great proclamations, and thank you again to Danny Brzezina for helping us rock in Autism Awareness Month. So thank you guys again. I know we have the minutia. You guys go off and do your thing. Thank you very much for being part of our meeting tonight. It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, guys.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
I'm not aware of any trustee reports, so moving forward, I will entertain a motion to approve consent agenda items number 1 through 19 as showed on the village's website and is displayed on the video monitor during the village board meeting.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Collier,
Yes.
Betts,
Yes.
Savili? Yes. Wineham? Yes. Kraus?
Yes.
McAlpine?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Moving to items for separate action, I will entertain a motion to approve the Village of Cary annual operating budget and capital budget for fiscal year May 1st, 2021 to April 30th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. I believe Michael Ducharme is going to be chiming in on this at this time.
Can I just add a couple of things? Tonight, we're going to present the balance 2021, 2022 capital, and I'm getting feedback from
You
my,
are.
can you hear me without my headphones?
Yes.
Tonight, we are here to present the balance 2021, 2022 capital and operating budget for the village. Included in your packet is a cover memo that outlays some of the changes that were made since our last workshop. Also included is a transmittal letter as well as a detailed line item budget. The overall budget has budgeted expenditures of $28,643,794 and budgeted revenues of $14,978,659. The significant difference between the two is related to the bond proceeds that we are currently holding for the construction of the village hall and police facility and the anticipated drawdown of cash in the water and sewer fund for capital improvements. I would like to thank the village board, the village administrator, and all the department directors for providing a realistic spending plan that provides the residents and businesses with the same consistent level of services that they have grown accustomed to. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions at this time.
Does the village board have any questions for Director Ducharme? That's it. But before we move to the actual vote on this, I actually had a resident stop in my office before the meeting today and we was
Can you
asking.
hear me?
Yes? There are no questions so far for you, Michael, but I just was kind of preempting this with just that this is I think this is one of the most important nights of village boards.
There's any audio going on right now. I can't hear anything else.
I can't,
Just hold 1 second. Courtney's running down to the boardroom to make an adjustment here.
yeah, I can't hear a thing.
Courtney's oh, she can't hear me anyway.
Can you hear him now?
Hello?
Yes, we're good, Courtney.
Okay. Well, I just kind of briefly, I just wanted to mention that this is a big deal to do this. I mean, this is the meat and potatoes of everything that we do throughout the year. And it's, through the excellent work of Jake Reif and his staff to get these things done under the direction of our finance director, Michael Ducharme. I think it's important to note that of all the meetings that we have every year, if you really boil it down to the most productive is this, and the meetings that we've had lining up to this to show what we're capable of doing and what we are going to be doing shows the residents that we mean business. And in all honesty, I think great job to Michael and your team, everybody in finance and all the department heads, Jake Reif. So I am greatly appreciate it. Again, I think we've all, as board members, have made it our life's mission here to keep a control on spending, really look at revenue sources, and hold the line on our spending. So thank you very much. So without further ado, if there's no other questions or comments regarding our budget, Courtney, roll call, please.
Pavelli?
Yes.
Weinhammer? Yes. Betts?
Yes.
McAlpine?
Yes.
Kraus?
Yes.
Collier?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Moving on to our administrator's report, Jake Wright.
Mayor, nothing this evening.
Okay. Department head reports, Chief Finland? Nothing. Brian Simmons is off. Michael Ducharme, do you have anything for us anymore?
Nothing to add.
Okay, thank you. Director Morimoto?
Thank you, Mayor. Just one quick reminder for the trustees and the residents. Spring cleanup, our annual program for getting rid of some of your extra things is coming up around the corner. Blood Brothers will be administering that program in north half of town, north of Route 14. It starts Saturday, and Saturday, April 10th. And the area south of Route 14 will be Saturday, April 17th. You can mark that in your calendars and take advantage of the program.
Okay,
Question?
sure. Trustee Cavalli?
You know what time they start, the part collecting?
I think they should
I
be
don't have that information off the top of my head, but I can find that out.
I think
It's usually pretty early.
Pardon me?
It's usually pretty early because
Like 7.
I know they've been at my house by 7 in the morning sometimes.
Right.
We'll double check and get back to you. And just, I just wanted to thank Flood Brothers for participating in our Autism Awareness Month. They brought their truck out, their garbage truck out for a Touch a Truck activity out there, a black truck with the autism logo on there. It was great. I was out there earlier. There was a ton of people out there with their kids. So thank you to Michael Flood for helping us out with that. And we greatly appreciate the things that you do for the Village of Cary. Are there any other future agenda items in discussion by the village board? None said. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Kraus?
Yes.
McAlpine?
Yes.
Collier?
Yes.
Pavelli?
Yes.
Weinhammer? Yes. Betts?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We are adjourned.
Thanks, everyone. Good night. Sorry about that. I was going to mention the Flood Brothers and I spaced it out.